Greetings and salutations, my fellow Entropians. That's right, it's that time for a brand new show called Hunting for Markup in Entropia Universe. You know what? We might come up with an even better title, but I don't know, man. In today's episode, I'm over here at this little area right here. Let's just go ahead and show you on the map. Alright, so you got the contaminated zone right here, and you got the PvP zone right here. This is, what do we call it? Fort Argus. And right down in through there, I know you can see this, right where we are standing, right here, is a little outpost. And this place has Exarosaurs. It has Snablesnot male stalkers, and some snark snots. Big ones. Very big ones. But hunting for markup. I've been hunting here for a quick minute, and I'm just here to tell you, hunting for markup is something that everyone in Entropia does. Okay, and I think that it is really important. But before we get into that, hey, big congratulations to MindArc, because they finally arrived on the Steam page. This is huge. This is really huge. Now more people are going to be able to see Entropia Universe. So if you're coming here watching and you haven't played Entropia Universe, please check the link down below in the description. There should be a affiliate link. Click on that. Most definitely. But wow, Steam. It's on Steam. This is so exciting. And also a big shout out as well to what they just did. This is absolutely amazing. Guys, if you do not have a Frontier starter pack, you need to get one. Actually, get the $20 one. It's a lot better. Has higher stats and all this other stuff, and absolutely worth the money. I mean, technically, if you really think about it, a gun like this in markup alone, if it was just a regular dropping gun, would probably be pretty high, and it'd probably be a pretty rare gun. So listen to me. This is a really good deal, like a really good deal, and it's gonna help you. It's gonna help you out a lot, especially if you're hunting for markup. Yeah, that's right. But just really quickly, I want to tell you that the starter pack refill is probably one of the best things that you'll buy. Of course, you can always buy keys for your little strong boxes, but you know, sometimes you just need 5 straight up 50% skill pills for $20. Yeah, that's right. Always keep your ammo up and high, man. You gotta do that, especially in this game, especially if you're out there hunting. Keep that ammo up and high. Alright, let's see. So we're here. We've been hunting here for a quick minute. And so what I have here is kind of like a short little list. Probably like a little 100 pet hunt. This is actually kind of like, it was like an 80 pet hunt. And then we like cycled one complete thing through and managed to get like really good profit on these things, a TT profit. But sometimes hunting for markup's not really a TT profit now, is it? But no, it's not. But here's one of the big problems with hunting for markup that you'll encounter. Now, here's the thing. Whenever you go out to hunt, you kind of want to hunt one thing and one thing only. So that way your loot is like that loot. And it makes it easier to stack. And it makes it easier to sell when it's in a big stack, naturally. But that's okay. Listen. It's also the common items like animal muscle oil or animal eye oil or thin wool, little leathers and stuff like that. These are all like really low markup. But then you start getting into some of the stuff that barely drops, but it still does drop. And that's where your markup's going to come from, like extractors, little paint cans. Even got some hair gel here. Now sometimes you just gotta take a look at the markup and stuff like that. And be like, there hasn't been much market activity on this. I'm like, yeah, because a lot of people don't throw the stuff up, and sometimes it just sits there in their storage. And some unfortunate people actually TT their loot. Don't TT your loot. You can make a lot more money off of not doing that. But what we have here is, all right, I'm not even gonna lie with you right now. I have got to get my hands on some Exarosaur skins, and we're gonna have a lot to do with hunting for markup, because sometimes hunting for markup requires you to make a market. And this market right here for the Exarosaur skins, yeah, I've managed to pick up a couple, but there is barely any there. And of course, it's probably because people aren't really even hunting these things. But the Exarosaur skins, I want so many of these things that it's crazy. I want sort of like what's here on this decade. I want that to go ahead and go into my pocket. But it's going to take a little bit of a while to get all those things. And I want them from you guys. So yeah, definitely I'm going to want to buy some Exarosaur skins. But I'm only going to buy on the auction house. Listen, only on the auction house. And we're going to make a whole big hullabaloo over this. I'm going to start doing some other stuff in the game that I've been needing and wanting to do. Alright, so we're from my shop. Alright, so I basically remembered that I'm actually a pretty decent person to do events and stuff like that. As what, one of those people that promoter rating. I got 1,123, right? So I'm thinking about doing some events. Yes, that's right. So most likely that'll probably be on Twitch or something like that. So we're definitely going to do some more events, and it's going to be like a fundraising event. I know a lot of people don't like it whenever people sell tickets for a little bit of money, but this is straight up for fundraising, and it's going to be to buy some of the items on the markup show, hunting for markup. So we're hunting for markup. We're just going to do it in a completely different way. We're going to actually help out the hunting market while doing the show. That's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. We'll see how it goes down, though. We will definitely have to see how it goes down. But don't forget to, if you're hunting for markup, try to use a higher efficiency. Come to my shop. Come buy some Hyperion weapons. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. But to continue the conversation on hunting for markup. All right, so we had Snable Snots, we had Snark Snots, and Exasaurs. All right, so for these, all right, so check this out. Well, I don't really have any of that, but all right, we got Snark Snot leathers, which guess what? I can actually do as well. It just leveled into it. So I definitely gonna need some of these. I'm definitely gonna need some Exasaurs. But I also found out that we can do Cornudos. We can also do Sekakumba or whatever. Those things are really hard to find, honestly. And we can also do Cottergurus. So these are all pretty nice. We can also do Snable Snot as well. So if you want to throw some of this stuff on the market, I'll see if I can buy some of the skins from this. But right now, I really want to focus in on these Exarosaur skins. But other things that the Exasaurs actually do drop is, of course, the Exarosaur Wool, which is also kind of a high markup item. You got like 130. That's for this year. No, it's a pretty decent price. So yeah, I can see where it comes from too, because there are some tailoring stuff that takes Exarosaur Wool. So yeah. But that's a pretty good price right there. This is why I've targeted the Exasaurs. Now you also got the diluted sweat. Now this market's been kind of in an uproar lately, being that we have the electrocution chips that have gone down, and all those electrocution chips. I don't know if you know this or not, but they take a copious amount of light mind essence. So what we have here is diluted sweat, not only going into the new Hyperion weapons, and the light mind essence. It's going up. So yeah, that's kind of double dipping in with the Exasaurs even so. And of course, they also do drop some tier 2 components like the mature ones. That's the ones I've been mostly hunting a lot of. And of course, a few of these little gizmos and gadgets. And I think it's animal muscle oil for the Exasaurs. But of course, you know, when it comes down to selling the animal muscle oil, I know a lot of people will look at that and like, oh, might as well just TT it. But listen, if you get your simple conductors and simple springs as a blueprint, just turn these into something different. It's worth it in the long run. But sure, you can still sell it in small stacks, I guess. I don't know. It's still pretty cheap, but there's a reason it's pretty cheap. It needs to be, because it's a very common craft. But of course, when it comes down to like thin wools, animal hides, soft hides, I don't know what to do with these Exasaur teeth though, at all. I think it might be in the DNA or something. But usually with the animal hides, what I like to do with them, because I like to hoard everything, is I'll turn them into clothing, and then I will nanocube the clothing, or I'll actually make a suit of something with the texturing and stuff like that. So it's a little bit of both with that. But yeah, it's pretty low. But now that there's I don't know, it's gonna remain low, but it is what it is. It has to. But some of this other stuff, like I consider like skins to be like luxury items. Like mostly because they go into the tailoring and the texturing and stuff like that. So I mean, it is a luxury item. So to add a little bit of extra markup on something that's considered a luxury item, I don't consider it to be too wildly crazy. Stacking up a bunch of diluted sweat, on the other hand, that seems kind of crazy. But I've been doing that too. We got like 800 PEDs worth of diluted sweat. Of course, this is a little bit, the markup's like 135%, but that's kind of a little bit above my average buying price, which is not good. It's not good because price is going down. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. That's pretty much what we got to do on that aspect. But this is gonna be pretty interestingly fun. But yeah, this is kind of what I'm thinking. Hunting for markup. It's important. You got to try to do it. But sometimes trying to find what to hunt is the hardest part. But as long as there's like a buyer that's gonna buy something, at least it might be worth hunting for. So if I'm buying skins, there you go. You got a buyer for the skins, so there will be a reason to hunt these things because there's a buyer for the skins. For all the other items, I don't know. We'll have to see. But definitely get your hands on some of these mobs. They're easy too. They're definitely easy. And one of the cool things that I'm about to do is I finally just got the tier upgrade for the Frontier hunting rifle, and I'm gonna pop that thing pretty soon. And we're gonna go out for some crazy small hunts because I need to change the way I'm playing the game a little bit, you know, just a little bit, not too much. But I think that this might be pretty fun, maybe. But be on the lookout for the events over on Twitch or whatever, or if I call them out, I'll do it in text chats or whatever, and we'll see where we go on that frontier, right? All right, guys. So this is going to be the place where I'm probably going to do some of my first events. This is belonging to Douglas Marijuana James for the Outback 44. Outback 44. All right, so the tax rate is about 3%, but that's okay. I talked to the guy a little bit. He might be interested in doing a little bit of stuff, so we'll see where it goes. But this is probably going to be where the first events are, and we're looking at this is Outback 44. Oh my, oh my, Outback 44. It's right over here by Oshi Hearts. up in the upper left hand corner of the entire little thing. As you can see, it's like right over here. There's no teleporter here except for the Oshi hearts, so you gotta travel just a little bit, but that's fine. I think events teleport you anyway, so it's fine too. But yeah, this is probably going to be the first area. If anybody has the other area ideas, let me know. Especially if you are a landowner. I'm looking to get some event experience, because apparently I'm okay at it. I'm okay. Everything's fine. But yeah, there's a good amount of Exarosaurs here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and take some of them down. Let's take a couple of them down. We've cleared our inventory a little bit, so this is Exarosaur Prowler. We got the Frontier Hunting Rifle adjusted. A Megaton 101, long reach and bullseye. We need to go ahead and tear this thing up, but I don't see nothing wrong with a little bit of just shooting action. So yeah, definitely you can take these things out very easily, very lowly, very slowly, and maybe get something kind of nice. All right, so we got what, inferior cloth extractor right here. It's not too god awful bad. I think it's about 110, but you gotta like save those up. Of course, I'll go through a lot of them whenever I start doing a lot of texturing, which I'm going to start doing, because let me tell you, man, that whole market, it's a luxury market, and you know, it's a player-driven economy, right? So the way I see it is, well, let's player drive the economy, you know? Let's find creative ways to pay people for hunting. So yeah, a luxury item like that, probably a good idea. But I don't know. The skins are kind of slow to get, but it is what it is. We'll see if we get any. And this is just with the Frontier Rifle, you know. In all honesty, right? I'd probably go with like a Hyperon for these, like a Hyperon 10 or something. Don't I have one of those? OC 10 right here. Let's see. Come on, finish shooting. Still a lot of hits with this. And it goes down a lot faster. Still no significant loots though. Not yet, at least. But that happens. It's all about hunting. Alright, go ahead and hit it. Come on, let's go. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. I'll just stab you then. But yeah, I can't wait to get these Frontier weapons upgraded a little bit. Some people aren't going to. I'm definitely going to get at least the first 2 tier upgrades. See what kind of improvements it actually does. Usually it does. You get a little bit of improvement out of tearing up your gear. It's just trying to keep the enhancers on it. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's see. Probably not gonna make anything out of these. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot with the BC-30. A few BC-30 shots. Yeah. Unamped, no enhancers, just BC-30 action. There we go. I'm getting that loot. A little bit of that thin wool. I'm getting that DPP in. So it's soaking in the right amount. But is it worth it hunting these things for markup? I don't know. We'll have to find out. We'll have to find out. We got a little bit of work to do in the whole grand scheme of things. So I think we're going to try to do some fundraising to try to figure out what we can do with the markup. So what I was thinking, right, is we're going to, like, say 10 pad per head for an event, right, to kill Exarosaurs here at this little spot. Of course, there will be prizes. I'm thinking a lot of my sweat could go to the prizes and stuff like that. You know, little cheap stuff. And we take the funds that are raised and we'll put that towards the markup, and I will top a lot of what I'd put into the TT. Like, say if we're gonna buy some Exarosaur skins, so say we get like 200 PED from the funds. Well, then I'm gonna take that 200 PED and another 1,000 on top of that, so it'd be like 100 or 1,200 PED, right? And that 200 PED goes towards the markup, and that 1,000 goes towards the TT of buying whatever we're gonna buy, and we'll leave it up for a couple of days. And then everybody is going to be able to sell their stuff. But it has to be like a decently sized thing. And we'll rinse and repeat as needed to see what we can do. And of course, all the Exarosaur skins are going to be converted into the textures. So what's going to happen on that end of the thing is probably, well, here's the thing. We're just going to try to run events, right? And do the fundraising thing, right? And of course, some of that is going to have to go into like event prizes and stuff like that a little bit down the road. So as we grow a little bit more funds, as we grow some funds, we can put it into the markups of certain items and stuff like that, so everyone gets a little bit paid. And that to also help run the events and stuff like that. This is a whole big smorgasbord of things that you have to cross that bridge when it comes to, you know. But it's I think that if I can keep it simple, we can definitely get some stuff going on, and it might be fun for everybody. And of course, I mean, there is always that chance that you're gonna win a nice little jumpsuit. Because, you know, I do that tailoring, so probably sometime next month we might have our first Exarosaur suit to give away as an event prize. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyways, hunting for markup. Sometimes you gotta make your market. So that's something to think about. I hope this video hasn't annoyed the crap out of you. Please, if you want to, watch it again. We'll come up with another video a little bit later. Of course, a Deeds and Share show coming down the pike. All right. How'd we do? How'd we do on this hunt? Did we do all right? All right, we got 2 tier 2 components. Got some thin wool, Exarosaur wool. No skins yet. But not too shabby, not too shabby. Those tier 2 components, I didn't even mention those, did I? These things seem to be moving up in price too, so I don't know, but things are moving up in price, so these things might not be such a bad thing to actually grind for a little bit of markup. I don't know. You'll have to be the judge, and we'll also have to see what we can buy. But this has been fun. Anyways, like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful. What are you trying to do? You trying to? Oh yeah, that's right. You are pretty important. You are the Exarosaur. We're spotlighting you today. Is it possible to hunt for markup for Exarosaurs? Probably. There's a whole list of stuff that I want to buy. So if you want to sell, yeah, auction house. Don't message me. Bye. Yeah. Well. What am I doing? I don't know. You have no idea what I'm doing. I walk real slow. What do you think you're doing? Watching me walking real slow. Alright. Now for the moment of truth. The justice. And all that good stuff. Tier 1 components. Yes. Alright. Tier upgrade. Is this gonna hurt my wallet? It was successful. It is now tier 1. Very cool. So now we can put a damage enhancer in it, right? Range. Where's all the damage enhancers? Did I put all of them in weird stuff? Must have put all the damage enhancers in weird stuff. Alright, damage enhancer. Alright, how much does it go up? So from 13 all the way up to 14. Oh wow, that's actually a big jump. That's pretty good. That is really nice. That's pretty good. Wow. Things are working out. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, I still got a lot of stuff. Oh wow, that's a lot to convert into ammo. Yes. We're doing big things here, guys. We're doing big things here. We got a lot of hunting to do. Lots of hunting to do. Lots of hunting to do. Hunted for Markup.